everyone, it's Jawlaw here, and today I'm going to be making my own kind of fighter, karate kind of character, and I'm super excited. Please make sure to give this video a like, hit that subscribe button, and ding the bell to receive notifications. Let's get started! So I'm starting off first with my character, and it's going to be this girl fighter, and I'm drawing her in this kind of mid-kick pose. I can't really explain it, but I saw a reference for this on Pinterest and I really wanted to try to draw it. My inspiration was for this kind of drawing like a fighter character was the game Street Fighter. I don't know if you guys know it, but it's like this classic Nintendo game, and I think it's on PlayStation and other platforms as well, but it was originally created by Nintendo. And it's just a really fun, cool game. So, and in that game, pretty much fighters from around the world just compete against one another. And I was like, I wonder what it would look like if I made my own fighter. So, yeah. She's kind of just a mix of different stuff. As you'll notice on her arms, I'm putting these kind of bandage things. I'm not sure what they are, but this guy, Sagat, I'll put in a picture right here. He uses them. And I think it's like a trademark for kickboxers. And I just thought it would be cool to add. I thought it would be a nice component in her character design. So I'm drawing her again one more time here in the corner, and this is just a little bit smaller, a little bit more exaggerated, kind of like a chibi, and I really like it too. Also, you'll notice in the top right corner that there's this other drawing. Just don't pay any attention to that. I didn't really like the way it looked, so I ended up erasing it. I decided not to keep it. Anyway, now I'm moving on to the line art, and this was kind of nerve-wracking just because there was still some stuff in my sketch that I hadn't really sorted out yet, but I decided to just wing it, and I just went with the line art. I'm like, I'll just fix it once I put the line art on. And luckily it turned out okay. But other times I'm not so fortunate, and sometimes the line art ends up looking a little sloppy. That's why I always suggest make sure your sketch is proportional and you know where everything goes, nothing's left kind of undecided before you actually dive into the line art. And this drawing has definitely taught me that I need to learn how to draw feet better, because I didn't give her any shoes, I just gave her bare feet, and I just make her feet look like a bunch of squiggles, and I call it a day, but I want to get better at drawing feet. I definitely need to look up some YouTube videos or look at some references for that. Okay, now moving on to the line art for the second one. Because it is a smaller drawing, I did use a smaller liner just to help me get all those details. I bought this pack of, I think it was 4 or 5 liners, and they all came in different sizes. I've mentioned it before, it's my Prismacolor liners. I actually made a video to kind of dedicate it to how I like to use my line art process. So if you guys are interested in that, I'll link it in the eye up above. It was also kind of tricky to draw these poses because when they're in their fighting stance, their legs are kind of bent, but not completely bent. So I had to draw it in a way that you can tell she's in like a ready to punch kind of form, but it's not really, I don't know, it was just kind of tricky. I really did like drawing these, and I think they gave me an insight on what I need to improve on. I think that my first drawing, the bigger one I drew, I really like it, but looking back at it now, there are some things I could have improved on. Just like the eyes, I feel like the eyebrows could have been a little bit higher up because they kind of cover her eyelashes, and I don't really like the way that looks. Also, I made the arm a little skinny. Just some things to fix. But that's why I really like making videos like this and then looking back at it later and commenting about it, because I can see where I can make improvements. And I feel like in any drawing there can always be more improvements. That's why as you grow as an artist, you can learn new stuff. With the shading, I tried a little bit harder to kind of go more in depth with the shading, not just do simple stuff. So I made sure to shade everything, at least for this main drawing. For the second one, I didn't put that much effort into the shading, but this one I really gave it my all. I decided to go for a dark hair color and a light skin tone because I had actually done something similar to this a little while back, and I wanted to draw my own Street Fighter character, and I did, and it is actually in this book, and I'm planning on doing a sketchbook tour later on, so you guys will see that other Street Fighter character when I do that. If you're excited for that video, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and I will try my best to hurry up the sketchbook quick, that way I can do the tour of it. But like I was saying, I had drawn another Street Fighter character, and her skin tone was a little bit more tan, and her hair was light, so I decided to change it up for this one. I made her hair dark, and I made her skin tone light. And I really like these pink shorts. I don't normally use like really bright colors like this, but I thought since her top was so plain and just kind of muted, I could go a little outrageous with the bottoms. And I made these bows on her hair, and I just made them match the color of her shorts. I think it's super cute. A big thing that I looked back at with this was I looked at kind of the way fighters dress, and I noticed that, you know, they need to have a lot of movement in their joints and stuff. So I thought giving her shorts would be most practical, since that would allow for the most movement. And you know, if she wants to kick like she's doing in that main drawing, it'll be easy. Okay, so now we're on to the mini drawing here. And like I said, I didn't go too crazy with the shading on this one, but I of course add rosy cheeks. That is like the shading I will never forget. I mean, is rosy cheeks even considered shading? I would consider it shading. But yeah, I always include rosy cheeks. I just think they look so adorable. And I really love her little pigtails. I think in the second drawing you can clearly see her pigtails better. In the first one it kind of looks like she only has one pigtail. And I mean, that's okay. I tried to draw it in from the back. I'm not sure if it's too noticeable, but at least in the second drawing you can tell. Also, the shorts that she's wearing, I don't know if you guys can tell, but at the bottom I did like this little ruffle detail and added a bow just to make it a little bit more girly. Sometimes if I make the character look a little bit more tomboyish, like with a plain top, I like to give her like a little bit of some feminine detail on a different aspect of her. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm super happy with the way this turned out. I think it's really flowy, and I would really want to do this again. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider hitting that like and subscribing. Thanks guys so much for watching. Bye!